A while ago I had a video saying that the difference between sheath and scabbard is scabbards have a wooden core. And I got a lot of questions for that video of if you could use a scabbard itself as a weapon. And some of them have metal spikes on the end, which, yeah, you could sharpen, and some even have metal at the throat. This one doesn't, though. So even though you could add a spike to it that's more pointed, or you could just add a blade to it, or even just bludgeon with it, you could definitely do that. However, this is relatively light and not the most hardy thing. In just holding this in my hands, I'm pretty sure it would break after a few hits. Now you could easily make hardier scabbards, just use thicker wood. However, there's kind of a why to that. These are just ways to carry swords, and they're usually attached to complex belt contraptions that wouldn't really be easy to take off if you wanted to use it as a weapon. At least with European swords. But even if you did have it set up to use it as a weapon, it's not really ideal because it's a receptacle for your sword. It's a place to put your sword so that way you can have your hands free. Even if you make it hardier, there's still a decent chance that it'll break because it has to be hollow because, swords go in there. And the heavier you make it, the more inconvenient it is to carry. I think it would make a lot more sense just to have a regular scabbard and then a stick if you want a melee weapon. If you're playing an RPG and really want to conserve weight or something, then maybe, yeah, it makes sense. But historically, I don't think there has really been a need for that. Although I guess you could just have it as a contingency for when your sword breaks. But I think it makes more sense to carry something that's actually a dedicated weapon instead of something that will essentially always be an improvised weapon.